The air was thick with an unsettling silence, broken only by the faint rustle of leaves in the moonlight. In the heart of the Arabian desert, a traveler named Amir stumbled upon an ancient, crumbling well, its stones worn smooth by centuries of time. He had heard whispers of the Djinn, ethereal beings of fire and shadow, but he never believed the tales. Yet as he peered into the darkness below, a chill crept down his spine, and he felt the weight of unseen eyes upon him. Legends spoke of the Djinn as both protectors and tormentors, creatures born from smokeless fire, capable of granting wishes or unleashing chaos. But what Amir didn't know was that the well was a prison, a gateway to a world where the Djinn were not merely figments of folklore, but entities with their own desires and vendettas. The stories told in hushed tones around campfires were only the beginning. The truth was far more sinister. As Amir leaned closer, a voice, smooth and seductive, slithered from the depths. "Release me," it beckoned, each word dripping with temptation. "I can grant you power beyond your wildest dreams." The promise hung in the air, thick and intoxicating. Amir hesitated, his heart racing. He had come seeking adventure, but now he stood on the precipice of something far darker. The first revelation came as Amir, driven by curiosity, began to chant the ancient incantation he had found in a dusty tome. The ground trembled beneath him, and the air crackled with energy. A swirling vortex of smoke and fire erupted from the well, coalescing into a figure that was both beautiful and terrifying. The Djinn emerged, its eyes glowing like embers, a smile that promised both ecstasy and despair. "You have freed me," it hissed, "and now you shall pay the price." Amir's mind raced. He had imagined wealth, fame, perhaps even immortality. But the Djinn's laughter echoed in his ears, a sound that sent shivers down his spine. "You think you can control me?" it taunted. "I am bound by no mortal's will." The air grew heavy with dread as Amir realized the gravity of his mistake. The Djinn was not a servant. It was a master of chaos, and he had unwittingly unleashed its wrath upon the world. As the night deepened, the desert transformed. Shadows danced in the flickering light of the stars, and the wind howled like a banshee. The Djinn reveled in its freedom, wreaking havoc across the sands, summoning storms that swallowed entire caravans whole. Amir watched in horror as the very ground beneath him twisted and writhed, the landscape morphing into a nightmarish reflection of his own fears. In a desperate bid to regain control, Amir sought the wisdom of an ancient sage, a hermit who lived on the fringes of the desert. The sage, with eyes like deep wells of knowledge, listened intently as Amir recounted his tale. "The Djinn are bound by the laws of their own realm," the sage explained, his voice a low rumble. "To bind one again, you must confront its true name, a secret hidden in the depths of your own soul." With renewed determination, Amir returned to the well, the weight of the sage's words heavy on his heart. He understood, now that the Djinn thrived on fear, feeding off the darkness within him. As he stood at the edge, he closed his eyes and delved deep into his memories, unearthing the shadows he had long buried. The Djinn's voice echoed in his mind, taunting him, but Amir stood firm, confronting the very essence of his own despair. "Your name is not power," he shouted into the abyss, "but fear." The ground shook violently, and the Djinn's form flickered, its laughter turning to rage. "You dare defy me?" it roared, the winds howling, in response. But Amir pressed on, his voice steady. "You are nothing without the fear. You instill, I will not be your pawn." In that moment, the air crackled with energy, and the Djinn's form began to waver. The shadows that had once danced around Amir now recoiled, as if the very essence of the creature was being stripped away with a final, desperate scream. The Djinn imploded into a vortex of smoke, sucked back into the well, its cries echoing into the night. Silence fell over the desert, a heavy, suffocating silence. Amir stood alone, trembling, the weight of his victory settling upon him. He had faced the darkness within and emerged unscathed. But at what cost? The well loomed before him, a reminder of the thin veil between worlds, a portal to a realm where nightmares could be born anew. As dawn broke, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Amir turned away from the well, the sun's light casting long shadows behind him. He had escaped the Djinn, but the encounter had left an indelible mark on his soul. The stories would continue, whispered around campfires, but now he understood the truth. The Djinn were not merely tales of terror. They were reflections of the fears that lurked within every heart. Years later, as Amir recounted his tale to wide-eyed children, he would often pause, a shadow crossing his face. "Beware the whispers in the dark," he would say, his voice low and grave. "For the Djinn are always listening, waiting for the moment when fear takes hold once more." And in the stillness of the night, if one listened closely, they might hear the faint echo of laughter carried on. The wind a reminder that some doors once opened can never truly be closed.